Hi guys, Cameron here, and welcome to another video which is my monthly hobby vlogs. This is something I do each month just to kind of keep track of everything that I have done over the course of the month and over the course of the year. This is August 2025, so this is number 8 of this year. For once I've actually managed to keep up with monthly hobby vlogs, which is surprising, but you will notice that I'm filming this in a very different location to normal, and that's because this comes out tomorrow and I completely forgot to record it. So I'm doing this on the fly. Anyway, what have I done this month? This month, August, has been a fairly easy month in terms of what I've done, what I've painted. I've not done any commissions. It looks like I've not painted too much, but actually there's a lot of projects that have been on the go and things that are almost finished, but it's just purely due to things like their bases haven't been done. Means that I haven't done it. So what have I done? I started my Lycian army. I've painted, I don't know, 6 units for that. Something like that, 6 units for that. But there've been a few hiccups with that in terms of my Harvest Lighter is completely finished apart from its base. I need to drill 2 holes into the resin so that I can put it on extendable things and then glue them into the base and all this sort of stuff. So there's some things that need to happen there to make that model finished. And then I've got an extra Lycian car that needs a roll cage and a gunner. And then after that, that's that one done. But like I say, I haven't got them printed. I haven't done the base, so and then actually there's a 5-man command squad as well that I just need to do the bases of. I keep on saying that I need to do the bases, and actually throughout the whole monthly hobby vlog, second of the day that you'll see later, I was meant to get the bases done. And I did a little bit on the bases, and then I did, and it was just, yeah. So hopefully all that will be finished in September rather than August, but it is what it is. And if I go home tonight and finish the bases, they will be finished. Hey! But anyway, started the Lycian army, and I have done a painting competition with the team. So the painting competition with the team was something that we had to do, not had to, but we did, and you'll see my entry of this in a second. But like I say, in a second, let's do that. We'll have a look at my Instagram. We'll see what models I have painted and finished over this month, because that's one thing that I do each month is I post every model that I finished up on Instagram, and that way I know exactly how many models I've painted over the year, and it just means that I can kind of collaborate all. I can see everything that I have painted, and there is again another diary of this, because this is all for me. So let's whoosh over to Instagram and we will see what I have painted and finished. So we have my Instagram, and there hasn't been many posts this month. Last month we ended on this lovely A10 Warthog, and then this month we go into looking at this big thumper or field artillery, whatever it's called. Now the basing is very similar to the World Eaters that I did before, purely because I thought that was damn cool and I loved that basing technique, so that's what I did. And with this I put on a load of guys because I kind of thought that it needed a few more to make it look realistic, that they could be able to, well, field it. We then go up and we've got 3 of the small cars. These are 3D printed, Forge World and various other bits and bobs. 3D printed in Forge World actually, but all 3 of them are there, and they're, to be fair, they were great to paint up and very quick. We then come to some 3D printed Elysian Ogrins or Bullgrins. I'm not too sure. I think the slab shields make them Bullgrins, but the lack of guns, I have no idea. And I like these. These are just nice. I love the models and always have. We then come to this diorama ripped from the pages of the Combat Patrol magazine. You will hear more about this later on in the hobby vlog. This was part of a painting competition and I really enjoyed painting it. And obviously we have my captain of the Sons of Medusa. And then this is how we end this month on Instagram. And we'll whoosh back into here. So there we go. That was my Instagram, everything that I'd painted for this month, which, yes, wasn't much, but happy with. And well, in fact, more than happy. I've started another 40k army, which I really don't need to do. And I competed in the painting competition for the team. Favourite model from this month, though, the one that I'm most proud of, the big thumper, whatever it's called, the big cannon from my Elysians. I really like that. It's more of a diorama than it is just a singular model because I've added all the extra men onto it, and I do like that. But at the same point, I think the model that I'm most proud of is my diorama for the painting competition. So a brief summary, this painting competition, we each got a copy, each being the team, paints on an X up. We each got a copy of the, I think it's Combat Patrol Hatchet Partworks magazine that came with the Space Marine Captain and the Tyrannid, whatever it is. The rules was that we had to make a diorama, and that it was exclusively those two models, essentially. So we couldn't add any more models. We could add basing stuff, we could make the scene, we could do everything that we wanted, but those two models were the focus. So we couldn't have any Marines running around the background or any Tyranids, not even Ripper Swarms, anything like that. My one was an old Tyranid scheme that was floating around at some point in my life, but updated and sparkles put on the back of the carapace, this time as it was always intended, fighting my Sons of Medusa. Now, as you saw, it had all the paper and the dice and everything, and the plinth and all that sort of stuff, and I have that as what I'm now titling it as ripped from the pages. Is the title of the diorama, because it's trying to rip it from the Combat Patrol magazine. Other friends, teammates did various dioramas of the printed things. They had better bases. Some of them are still working on them, and the likes. Oh, also I came third. So even though it's my team, I didn't win. The votes were put out to the public, so I came third. 101 people voted, if I remember correctly, and I think David won with 40 something. Henry was then second with 30 something. Yeah, it was something like that. But yeah, that's my favourite model from this month. My Sons of Medusa fighting my Tyrannid. I put in work and effort into it, and I just thought it was cool. It's also something that I don't normally do. Yes, okay, this has been a very 40k heavy month. I mean, I haven't done any Middle-earth this month, but yeah, it was just, it's different, and it's going back to my Marines, which I always like, and my Elysians are almost a harkening back to the Marines as well, judging by the lore and everything that I've made for them. But yeah, I think that is my favourite models that I painted this month, that diorama. Looking forward though to September, which it is September 5th today. This comes out on September 6th. Has to be the Saturday after the last day of the month for the second of the day, which will be after this section of the video, as it always is. I don't know if you've noticed, for the last 8 months I've kept the same format for this. Surprise, I normally just rant and rave and everything, but this is scripted. Probably isn't this is formatted. That's probably the better way to put it. So, predictions for next month. Elysians, simple as. I don't think I'm going to do any more Middle-earth again. I'm not taking on any commissions for next month. So we will hopefully see the Arvis Lighter finish, because that's literally just the base and gluing it to the base. It's not actually going to be glued, it's just going to be, yeah, it doesn't matter. That's going to be done. which there's a pin-up girl on the site. I had to buy specific transfers for that, which is wild. There's then the HQs, the command squad, which I just need to do the bases of. They should be done. They should be done tonight. Get them done, Cameron. So that they'll be done. Hopefully that extra car, but I can't guarantee it because it depends on my friend David's printer and how that goes. And then kind of after that, it's just troops. Troops. And I do have a Valkyrie there, but I want to leave the Valkyrie till last, if I can. Although I'm really hearkening to actually paint it, especially after the Arvis. So kind of bad, Cameron. Paint your troops first. So yeah, I've got about 20, maybe 30 troops, which 10 of those need extra things that are printed. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna get about 15 to 20 of them done this month. That's the expectation for me. If I can, absolutely fantastic. If not, so be it. It's one of these things that I haven't necessarily slowed down on my painting, but I've been taking more time with what I have been painting. So instead of rattling out as much as I can, which I'm not saying I was doing it at the start of the year. I mean, I've painted 500 and whatever it is, 580 odd models. I'm not saying I was rattling it out, but I am now taking a little bit more pride, a little bit more time sort of thing. I'm enjoying it, but I'm also just picking when to do it. I'm still hobbying every day, but I'm only doing a little every day rather than a full squad, which is quite simply how I was doing it. So yeah, anyway, next part of this video, what we then do, I take it's still scripted. I take a second of the day every day for the full month. That is my hobby that I'm doing. So I take literally a second video of the hobby that I'm doing at that time, mash it all together, and then put it after this bit, and then we'll come back and do kind of the outro, the wrap up, and everything. I've been doing this for the last 8 months. Every month I upload this, sorry, the last 7 months plus then August. Every month I upload it as a short. You also see it in this, and then every 3 months I put it all together, make the year. I've done this for the last like 5 years in my personal life, and I've uploaded those videos, or some of those videos, to here as well. So you can see kind of the idea and all that sort of stuff. This year, I've missed 1 day of hobbying. It was back in January. Pissed off that I missed it, but it's what it is. Hopefully I don't miss another day. I've not necessarily been doing painting every day, but I have been doing something to do with the hobby. For example, I might not paint tonight, finish those bases. Might not paint tonight, but this counts as hobby. So this will be, my vlog will be in next month's vlog, if I remember to do September. But yeah, so without further ado, let's waste 30 seconds of your life watching every second of my month. I need a photo. Great, one of my friends.
Later, Vicky.
Well, there we go. That is my monthly hobby vlog. That's absolutely everything that kind of I normally speak about. I don't think there's anything else that I really need to kind of discuss. I've not been doing many other videos because I haven't had ideas, and I don't just want to copy things that I've seen. I did a massive charity Napoleonic event, and I have quite a bit of footage from that, so actually hopefully I'll upload that at some point. I just need to kind of put it all together and everything and do my voiceovers and likes. But yeah, that's everything from this month. Hopefully you've enjoyed painting, doing absolute nothing to do with this hobby vlog while this has been on in the background. Henry, if you've got me on the big TV, I see you. But yeah, thanks for watching. There's nothing more than I can really say about that. Hopefully you've enjoyed, like I say, doing whatever you are If you have, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me in real life. Just follow me, stalk me, totally fine. Use my affiliate links, use my credit card, use my identity. All these things that us YouTubers, hashtag YouTuber, that should be cut. Fuck me. All these things that we ask you to do at the end of the videos. And yeah, if you have got this far without giving up, comment the word super dog in the comments just for my engagement. Super dog. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Take care and bye bye.